Explained by the Meier contacts, mysteries, myths, legends, conspiracy theories, historical inaccuracies, and more. Compiled by David Chance, revised October 18, 2023.
Animal spirit forms. Contact Report 054.
How is it with the animal spirit forms? Are these classified as part of a spiritual evolution?
Of course, but their form is limited to a certain order of pure natural evolution, the so-called instinct evolution.
Does this mean that they are not dealing with a spiritual evolution in the usual sense, as is the case with humans?
That is true, because their evolution of spirit does not serve the absolute relative fulfillment of the spirit, but only the evolution of nature in its given order.
In other words, does this mean that the animal forms develop in a spiritual form in a certain minimal value, but are not classified as an actual evolution of the absolute relative fulfillment, but only as a development of the natural spirit, which can perhaps be described as instinct intelligence or the like?
This representation is roughly correct.
Contact Report 055.
To serve as another example, an earth animal which is known to you as a mammoth through the finding of remains, etc. This animal as well, like all others, has also slowly changed to a higher form through the Earth's evolution, through the period of glaciation, in appearance as well as in its animal instinct spirit form, as it has also happened with all other animal life forms, for example, also with the dinosaurs.
Explained by the Meier contacts, mysteries, myths, legends, conspiracy theories, historical inaccuracies, and more. Compiled by David Chance, revised October 18, 2023.
Animal thinking, animal cognition. See also languages of natural life forms. Contact Report 864.
1940s? If human beings are left out of the explanation, who through their consciousness are capable of nurturing and cultivating logical, rational thoughts, which correspond to feelings, then the next beings capable of thoughts and feelings are the animals. These are exclusively mammalian creatures, which, however, cannot cultivate conscious thoughts in the same wise as human beings, but whose world of thought is more oriented towards instincts, as is also the case with animals. Animals are all living beings, such as chickens, ducks, turtles, lizards, birds, snakes, fish, etc., that are still capable of instinctive thinking and can generate feelings from it. Beings, mainly the human being, but also animals and creatures, develop emotions from feelings, which, in addition to behavior, also control the body to certain reactions, as well as the interaction with its own kind and all other life forms of every species and kind, but also with 1,000 different things and objects, as well as situations of life and existence, the whole of nature, the planet, and all ecosystems.
Contact Report 866.
There is a question whether animals also have a memory similar to human beings, and I also have the following to say about this, which I have not only learned from Svath, but have also experienced myself during my life. I have clearly and unambiguously ascertained, experienced and learned that not only animals of all genera and species have an excellent and profound memory, but also plants, all animals and other life forms. Of course, I could not determine this with the many millions of genera and species, but with the help of Svath I experienced that not only animals have different forms of memory according to their genus or species, but also all animals, all plants, and all other life forms, down to the tiniest microbes. The animal forms, which only include the mammals, have a form of memory that is connected with an actual and certain partly conscious form of thinking, and thus also with a form of feeling, but also with an instinctive consciousness, as it is similarly with human beings, Consequently, also a good partly conscious judging, and likewise a partly conscious learning is given, and thus also a faculty of memory. In animals, on the other hand, everything is largely based on instinct, and consequently the memory also functions in this wise and is oriented according to species and kind, so that here too there is a diversity which we human beings cannot survey. The same applies to all other life forms, which for the most part only live and react impulsively, such as living beings, which basically belong to the realm of plants of all genera and species, as well as insects, worms, caterpillars, maggots, and down to the microbes.